Time for the ringleader to die! Time to decide this! Sunday's just a sword!
Hey guys, we're back with some more Valkyrie Silmeria. As you can see here, I am in the Colossus Forest Ruins right now. The reason being is because I have finally leveled up Leonia and Arngrim to level 40. As you can see here, there's Arngrim and there's Leonia. There's a reason why I want to do that, and you'll find out if you've already played the game. You'll already know why I'm doing this, but either ways, this is going to be the party from now on. I have equipped Celeste with a few bits and pieces here, and Dylan is kind of poorly equipped, so I'm going to need to gear him up with some stuff. I'm going to unequip Arngrim for now, just because, like, I want to focus on Dylan for a bit. So basically give Dylan all of Arngrim's gear for the time being. And we should also probably get Dylan some skills as well while we're at it, since we haven't used him in a while, and I think we could definitely use having him for sure. We definitely have that equipped, and we also, well, True Seeing would be nice, I guess, but I don't think we'd have to have something else if we wanted to do that. Magician Slayer could be something, but I don't really want that one. Heat Up isn't really what I want. Bug Swatter is a thing. I guess we can try and find, like, now we want regenerated health, we don't want that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I've got the gas breath claws, by the way. Those are actually from the missile protection, and we also want the knight's boots. Right. I don't really want that. I want True Seeing, because that'll be definitely handy. I need to get the fire rune. Don't know who's got it right now. Oh right, that's why. Okay, in that case, I will probably stick with what I've got here. But yeah, now some of the equipment we got, like the gas breath core, we definitely got one of those, like, which is an earth rune, which is nice. We also got, just, even though it doesn't really matter right now, we got the verdigris scales, we got the bolt breath core and the black breath core. So we've got some green gear as well, and these are all from the Hydra. There's not really much you can do with it right now, but I just thought that you should know before we actually continue doing this. Anyways, the reason why we're still here in the Colossus Forest Ruins is because, well, we've got some Einherjar to get, but the earliest we can get is the one over here. I'm going to just save the game first. Well, actually now, we won't bother. I'll probably just re-equip Dylan later, but yeah, I just wanted to show what you'll want to equip him anyways. But yeah, we're not going to really be doing too much here in terms of combat. This is just rushing around and clearing up some odds and ends, because we're reaching the end, well, we're almost reaching the end of chapter 3, and there's a few things we want to do before chapter 3 is over. Anyways, we want to go over here, and when we go over here, we want to cross over these little logs here. Oh, we got a battle. Oh well. Might as well do the battle. As you can see, Sunday is really powerful now, like insanely powerful. Unfortunately, don't really have the thing that I really want to have, but look at that damage. Like, do I even need to cut this fight out? I don't think I do, because this is a new fight. It's a bolt breath thing, or bolt thingy, and it dropped a bolt breath core. Yeah, I don't need to like do that. I can just like show the fight because I can just kill him so freaking quickly now. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So, as I say, we can go over here and we can. Oh, whoops. And there's an Einherjar over here. So let's see which one we get. And we got Adonis, who's one of my favourite Einherjar in the game. As well, he's probably the second best Einherjar in the game. Like, honestly, like, if we look at his stats, let's have a look at him. Well, let's look at his stats. Formerly a stray mercenary, Adonis participated in the War of Camille Hill, where he became one of the 17 commanders of Camille and earned the nickname Blackblade Adonis. He often did not fight for a particular side, but he would often strike a deal with the troops of the area he happened to be in. It is said that he once destroyed troops he sided with just 2 days prior. People regarded him as one of the strongest warriors of the time. Well, he's definitely one of the strongest warriors in this game. He sided with the Rosetta dynasty, which once existed in the south of the continent after the War of Camille Hill. He led the Eclipse troop of the Knights of the Sun. He was part of the invading troops during the Latin invasion. After a fierce duel, he was beheaded by warrior Princess Celeste, another one of the 17 commanders. So yeah, basically Celeste beheaded him, and yeah, he's kind of pissed off about that, and he was involved in the war. He starts with observation, which I guess it could be useful in like long fights, but I don't see the point. It's better to just give him like the most important skills. But what I will say about Adonis, I mean, he comes with a flamberge, which having a flamberge, another flamberge is always nice, but yeah, it's not essential. As I say, like, this guy, if you don't get Sunday, this is the guy to get. I mean, he starts with Sweep Dive, so you can use that immediately. But the thing about Adonis that's actually interesting is that his Sweep Dive actually has its own unique animation that is unique to him. So it's a little different. And I kind of like using Adonis's Sweep Dive more personally, but obviously Zunde is king because he starts with Giant Slayer and he is a little stronger. But the thing about Adonis is that he has a lot more like hit point growth. Obviously, like Zunde has a lot right now because he's a high level character, but Adonis's hit point growth is some of the best in the game, which makes him one of the best tanks in the game. So he's a really good character to have. We're going to go over here and we are going to use a save state for this because it's all RNG depending on which we get. So I'm just going to use the save state here so that I can get the Einherjar that I want. There we go, we got Falx. Right, so Falx is interesting. I'm probably actually going to keep Falx for this run, just simply because I got Adonis on my last run, and yeah, I wanted to get Falx, but I'm probably not going to keep him for this particular thing. I'll get him later. But yeah, Falx comes with a Claymore, Dual Armor and Dual Greaves, which is nowhere near as good as Adonis. His status is kind of interesting. If we look at his background, let's have a look. He has Ghostbuster, so he's a fucking Ghostbuster. Literally. Yeah, he doesn't really have great moves right now. And yeah, let's have a look at this. An adventure from the outskirts of Garabellum. Blaming the undead for the death of his parents, Falk spent his entire life seeking vengeance by defeating Brahms, the Lord of the Undead. Well, good luck with that, buddy. Falks not only excelled in wielding a sword, but also used his knowledge of contractions and sorcery to his advantage in battles. After his extraordinary fighting skills finally caught Brahms' eye, he soon lost his life. Sounds about right. So, yeah, basically, I think we all know what happened there. Like, he decided to pick a fight with the wrong guy, I think. I mean, you know, there's one person you do not mess with in the Valkyrie series. It's Brahms. Brahms is a bad motherfucker. Like, you don't fuck with him. You do not fuck with him. He is, like, he is one of the baddest motherfuckers in the entire franchise. Yeah, there's one more line here I have to get, and I kind of should like, I mean, it's kind of weird because I'm not gonna keep these on hand, but I need to go and get them anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna be using save states, just to make things go by easier so that we don't waste too much of your time. But all of this progress that I'm making here, I'm probably not going to save anyways. I'm just going to like do it just to show the Anheya so that you are aware of that, and then I will basically move on to the next part that I want to do. So that's basically what I'm going to do. The next Anheya is over here, so we're going to go to it. Shouldn't be too far. There we go, and it should be in this thing here. Let's just cross over. There we go. Oh, it's there, right. Okay. Right, it's time for a save state. There we are. Okay, let's see who we get. And we got Rashika. Right, so let's have a look at Rashika's stats. Her equipment, she comes with a falchion, crystal chainmail, not really good equipment. She comes with missile protection. Yeah, projectile defense, so yeah, that's something to be aware of. Right, so this is a backstory. From the desert town of Kalstad, Rashika was one of several heroes who protected the town from the spreading forces of the powerful Krelmontharain. With her knowledge of the land, and by controlling the water supply, she managed to protect the town from the colossal Krelmontharain army in 724 CC. She received a fatal wound during the 4th Kalstad invasion and died in the arms of her lover. When the Krelmontharain army later heard of her demise, they immediately regretted missing the opportunity to take Kalstad. So yeah, she was basically Rashika, and like, I mean, I don't think she's in the pie because I didn't have her, but Rashika and Arcana are basically like they're best pals, they're besties. That's the best way to describe them. And yeah, they both fought together, and I just got hit. Whoops. Let's reload the game then. And we got Cirque. Right, so Cirque is an interesting one, because Cirque, if we look here, from the mines in the northwestern region of the continent, Cirque was both a warrior and a legendary swordsmith. Using the secret law of principles, it was said her swords could cut through the hardest of rock, and her armor could repel even the sharpest of arrows. One of the founders of Vilnor, she died in battle at the age of 24 because before she could pass on her knowledge of the secret law. Now, Cirque is actually the person who forged the Karadicator, which is the weapon that Krag gives you. And yeah, she comes with the Palash, the Silver Helm, Dual Armor, Holy Gauntlet, and Silver Greaves, which are green. gear. So she actually comes with green gear early, so it's probably better just to get her, just simply so you can get the Holy Gauntlet early and the Silver Greaves. That way you can actually learn green skills. So that's something to bear in mind. Obviously, you don't have to learn the green skills if you don't want to, but it's just something to bear in mind. Like, look, the Silver Greaves are better, the Holy Gauntlet is better. It's just great gear early on, and you don't want to pass that up, you really don't. And now it's time to leave the Crosses Forest ruins. We've been here long enough, well I have. You probably haven't seen all of the grinding that I've been doing, but man, it's been a long freaking time spent in this dungeon, I'll just tell you that much. Like, grinding to level 40, man. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really take that long when you know what you're doing and when you have the right seal stones. I should probably show the setup I have when we leave, because I will show it. But what I will say is this is my seal stone setup. I have experience times 2 and attack 120%. So I have well, we'll see here. I have experience Pigwort and Sword Blessing. Now I had to basically farm magic crystals to withdraw like Earth Blessing, so that I could actually withdraw, like get rid of, like I could actually get more withdrawals. As you can see, I don't have a withdrawal, so I can't really use this, so I could only use 2, so I just got experience Pigwort, and eventually I managed to get Sword Blessing when I went back in, and I decided that I would kill the troll and get the other seal stone. And that was kind of my mistake, because I basically took something out of the spring that I probably shouldn't have. But yes, that's what I had there. And in terms of gear, well, I know I equipped that, but yeah, I had obviously all of this stuff: Great Eagle Heart, Black Crystal, because poison and obviously frailty poison was common anyways, so I thought we might as well have that from all the time. Lucky Tail for the crits, and Brilliant Peacemaker because the lower the health, the more damage you deal. So I basically decided to have that. The skills I had were Descaling, Might, Giant Slayer, and eventually when I reached level 30 I got Fists of Iron because I had an extra slot, so I was dealing a ton of damage to the Hydra. And as for Leone and Arngrim, I gave them training. I gave Leone a free item, Regenerate Health, and Arngrim, training, survival, and descaling might. That wasn't really essential, but gear-wise, I might as well say that I took it all off, so I can't really say what I have for that. But that's just for those of you who are interested in knowing how to actually grind and what I used to actually grind levels. So, another thing that you should know, if you go to the store in Chrome on Forain, you can actually buy maps from the store, and this allows you to immediately go to other places. So we can go straight to Vilnor, and we can like buy stuff in Vilnor, for example. And I'm going to be going to this side anyways because there's something that I want to do. If you remember, when I went into the Turgan mine, I didn't actually finish it. Now I'm actually going to finish it because I actually have a strong Zunde that can actually obliterate the boss effortlessly instead of making life harder for myself by doing it at that point, because the boss itself is pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, obviously because of the situation and his skills, well, Descaling Might isn't going to be useful here, so I can give him something else. True Seeing is a good skill to have if you can't pick anything else. I mean, Weed Whacker can be, I guess, useful if you're fighting those types of enemies, but I don't think we'll find them. As I say, like, Scramble Attack's always fun if you want to use it, but it's not essential. I'll just go with Break Up for now, and yeah, we're going to go and back into the Turgan mine, and it's not going to take too long. The only thing we're going to have to worry about is those like wasp things, which we have Lazard to deal with that, so we'll be fine. But yeah, we're going to just go straight to the Turgan mine and beat the boss. That's basically the agenda here. That from the dice here, Alarm Blessing, because it's really annoying. And yeah, there's not really much you have to deal with here. Now, given the fact that this cutscene has problems, I'm not going to actually watch it. I'm going to skip it because that cutscene, for some reason, on the emulator that I'm using, it has issues, and I've had issues with it before. Now, bear in mind, I am playing the PAL version, so the PAL version is still a little bit buggy. Like, the US version doesn't have the issues, but the PAL version does, so yeah. But I don't want the game to freeze, so I'm just skipping the cutscene for that. Oh shit. Freaking Lazard is killing it right now with the fucking great modes, man. He's having a whale of a time. Yeah, Queen Wasp. Let's go and absolutely annihilate this Queen Wasp. It's a joke of the boss at this point. Yeah, Bug Swatter works well against the Queen Wasp, but you know what also works? Zunde. Zunde works really well against the Queen Wasp.
Okay.
And yeah, Celeste gained a level up. And Dylan gained 2 level ups. Damn, well we need them. And yeah, there's not really much else to say here. There's some treasure that you can get, and there's also a seal stone back here if you want it, but there's really no reason to get it. It just basically increases your off game, but there's no point because you're never going to be low on cash because you can get tons of drops by this point in the game, so it's not really a huge deal, is it? But yeah, as I say, I'm trying to figure out, have we got, nope, I haven't really learned any skills on Dylan, have I? Right, but we need to change that, don't we? Where's Arngrim? There we go, let's unequip his stuff, and because we don't really need him to have any of this right now. Because he's already level 40, and yeah, we'll be fine without him for now. Dylan wants the Dragon Slayer. I'm going to give him the Jewel Helm, Silver Mail, Royal Globe, Knight Rings, I mean he is a knight, and yeah, now we can give him the stuff that we wanted. Missile protection, I guess. Where is it? I should probably have that, and Bug Swatter would have been handy before, but it's not really as handy now. But that's going to be useful. So now we need to find something else. We got heat up and scramble attack, which I guess is something, but do we need it? Or would it be better off, would we be better off getting something else? That's the question. But whatever. We'll just give him that for now. And yeah, Lazard, well, he's going to eventually need to get training as well, but right now there's no huge deal. So yeah, we're just basically just going to leave, and we're going to go and claim nothing for doing it. Yeah, I know, but we need to claim it. We need to hand in the quest because, oh yeah, you get turned to fire, which yeah, we don't need to worry about that because we have the Flamberge. But yeah, you do have to turn in the quest, because it will trigger something important after the fact. And yeah, let's take a look at our off. We have 72,274 off. Now if we talk to the guy who's in charge of handing the awards to us, doesn't seem to be able to do a very good job at that. Yeah, this guy, he will apparently give us 10,000 off. Well, if we look into our menu, we still have 72,274 off, so he doesn't give us anything. But yeah, we will move back to where we were. I'm just going to go to Common for Rain, I guess, and yeah, I'm going to restock on some items because I used a lot of items, and we're going to need some items for the next part. I know it wasn't really much of a video this time, but yeah, I just needed to get this thing done, and that way I could get what needed to be done. Because the next part of the game is going to be a challenge. There's no two ways about it. It's going to be a real challenge, and yeah, I need to be prepared for it. So we're going to get some of that. We need to buy some more union plumes as well, because we definitely need some of those for what we're about to go through. Get 50 of them. Yeah, as I say, we've got all the gear. We've spent a lot of money on stuff because obviously it's going to help us out. Get the fairy tinctures as well, those might be handy. And yeah, so just because it's custom at this point, I might as well go to the inn and save at the inn. But I'll stay at the inn first, just because, and yeah. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all later.